It's been a while since I've spent the day alone. I've been surrounding myself with friends, family, and loved ones whenever I want to do something, and when they aren't available, I just end up not doing anything. To break this cycle, I wanted to spend a day alone. Getting ready is one of my favorite things to do, and when I do it alone, I'm not rushed. I can take my time and enjoy it for what it is, a ritual of self-love. I've always perceived getting ready with adornment and a true testimonial to self-love. You give yourself this time for just you, allowing creativity to be expressed through it. Every chance I go out, I always try to dress up. Life is too short, and I enjoy expressing myself through this medium. When I dress up, it gives me confidence, and I tend to be a more social creature. My adornment changes from day to day. Some days I want to be earthy and grounded, and I enjoy my natural, makeupless, sun-kissed face. Other days I want to be romantic and feminine, get more dolled up, wear flowy clothes, and imagine myself in a meadow. And at other times, I want to be seductive, wear heels, outline my eyes, and wear slinky garments. If you view getting ready as just another task, I urge you to view it in this way, to romanticize this moment to yourself. My first stop for the day was my favorite cafe. I love this place for its healthy options, and I never leave disappointed. Nourishment is another act of self-love. Feeding yourself good, healthy, nature-focused foods is what I personally focus on to feel good inside and outside. I grabbed my favorite smoothie and was energized for my next stop, and I blasted my favorite songs along the way. My next stop was my favorite store. I could easily spend the whole day thrifting, but it takes a lot of energy, and sometimes I find it an easy excuse to not really spend the day with myself, but rather with shopping, which isn't my goal. I've also been trying to consume less material possessions, so I limited myself to one store. I chose my favorite vintage thrift store to look around and try stuff on. This goes back to self-adornment and also to feeding creativity. I love fashion, and dare I say it is a hobby of mine? But it is. I spend hours putting new outfits together for fun. A way I've been able to keep a minimal closet and still enjoy fashion is trying new things at the thrift store and styling there with no pressure to buy. The goal isn't necessarily to buy something, but rather enjoy looking around at things I enjoy. I still encourage thoughtful purchases over impulsive ones. After finding a few pieces off of my Pinterest board, I was on to the next and final stop. The final stop is a dream activity I've been wanting to do. For the past year or more, I have been trying to have a picnic day with friends. It's still never happened. I don't know why it's taken me this long to just go out and do it by myself. One of the things all over my vision board for this year are picnics, so clearly it's something of importance to me. So to not make it a day of shopping, I turned to an activity I've been wanting to do for a while, a picnic in nature. I got some snacks and brought a hobby to prolong my time outside. I used this as a bit of a trial. I was so certain this wasn't going to be fun without friends, but I was wrong. In some ways, it's better. Less planning, less preparation, silence. and I was able to focus on a craft which I sometimes find harder to do with another person there. A true sense of freedom dawned on me in this moment. A realization that I don't always have to wait for someone to do it, and that sometimes it actually is better alone. I think learning to romanticize alone time is a powerful tool to have.
It's a very nice day today. No wine, just tea. Did you want some?
No.
So far today has been an extremely beautiful day. I think I need to spend more time alone with myself because this has been wonderful. After the thrift store, on the way to this little nature preserve, I stopped by and I got some snacks. I got a scone, a blueberry scone. I got a cheese tray, and then I got this. I didn't have any snacks at home, so the only thing I could bring from home were some dates, so I also brought those as well. And I bought all of my painting supplies. Honestly, I don't feel like painting. I wish I had brought a book with me because this is just, it's so nice outside. It's beautiful here. There's a bunch of different flowers. So yeah, I'm pretty much just snacking and chilling. I think sometimes we get in our heads about being alone and how awful it is to be alone and spend time alone. But in actuality, if you just seize the moment and you just go outside and you just do what you want to do, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I think there's going to be good days and bad days. Today has been an exceptionally good day. But for the most part, I think you can have really good days by yourself. And if you look at them as something sad, then they will be something sad. But if you look at them as a gift and a moment to yourself and time to reflect and time to do what you want to do, then it's going to be a good day. At least that's how I'm perceiving the day so far. I will say, do you think I spent a little too much time at the thrift store? I only went to one thrift store, my favorite little vintage thrift store, but I get so indecisive and I get so decision fatigued, especially when I'm by myself. So I had a whole little dressing room filled with clothes, and I kept going back and forth on, do I really need this? Will I wear this? Do I even really like it? Or is it just in the moment kind of thing? But I did find 2 things that were kind of on my Pinterest board, so I'm super excited for that. Out of that huge pile, only getting 3 things, and 2 of them were on my Pinterest board that I really wanted, and one of them might replace a few shoes that I haven't really been wearing, so I'm excited for that. But it's such a beautiful day. I think it's like 70 degrees and it's getting hotter, and it's really nice out here. This might be my new little spot, we'll see. It's kind of far from me, but I'm trying to find new little spots so that if I'm just happen to be out, I can just stop here and, you know, check it out and like kind of enjoy it. But I am going to try this blueberry scone because I've not tried it yet. But it looks really good and it's very moist. And it's very buttery. This is so good. I got this from Whole Foods. And while most of their stuff is very overpriced, and I'm not sure if it's worth it, the scone is definitely worth it. I think this is my first time trying their bakery. I've had their sourdough bread before, which is really good, but this is my first time trying like their other baked goods, and this is not disappointing. What I've been sketching so far, I want to sketch in this book, but as you guys can see, it's really pretty, and I'm just so hesitant to put something in here and mess it up. So I don't think I'm ready for this, but I'm almost out of pages in this sketchbook or watercolor pad. So I need to get another one until I figure out what I want to paint and get better at painting. Or maybe I just need to make the leap and just paint something in here because why else do I own it, you know? But so far, right across from me, there's like a little table, and then there's also like some trees and like flowers. So I've just been sketching that. It's not anything interesting, but I've never really sketched anything other than like people. So I'm trying to get into wanting to sketch landscapes and learn how to paint landscapes, and that's mainly going to be through trial and error. So I really want to try painting landscapes. I just see so many pretty landscapes all the time, and while pictures tend to not do it justice, I wonder if like a watercolor visual of what I'm sketching would do it justice. Again, it's going to be a long process. It's going to be trial and error, but something that I'm just trying. And I think it's okay to try things and know that you won't be good at it at first, but later on, you might be. But if not, it's just a hobby. You don't have to be good at every hobby that you do. I think that's important to know. You don't have to be good at every hobby that you do. Sometimes you can just do something for the enjoyment of doing it and not necessarily for the result of something, if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm going to turn off the camera and be in the present moment because this is a moment that I don't want to miss and I don't want cluttered with being on my phone or recording necessarily. So I'm going to turn off the camera and just enjoy being in the present moment. And I hope you guys do the same.